them. It's perfectly fine. Everything is 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 perfectly fine. I can say it so many times. Okay.
But it's time for Chrisean to admit that that is Ronnie baby.
Like, leave him out of this argument, bro. Like, why lie like that? Why play like, oh, this getting him to walk bro?
It finally happened. After months of chaos, live streams, screaming matches, and baby drama, Chrisean Rock was just thrown out of Blueface's house. But it didn't end there. Not even close. Because before she left, she destroyed it. We're talking broken TVs, shattered mirrors, holes in the walls. It looked...
Because, alright, when me and Blueface broke up for those 4 months, he didn't have nobody to facilitate bills, nothing. So, he pawned all his jewelry and paid all his bills. I don't know why you don't have access to those accounts that has the money. I don't know what the case may be, but he had to pawn it to get new money. And then when we got back together, he telling me for the things I had to get, the things I had to do to still keep my house. Like, you just left me high and dry, and I'm just like, bro.
Like a crime scene. And the worst part, it was all caught on camera. Blueface's security footage leaked, and what it shows has fans absolutely horrified. What triggered it? Sources say Blueface came home to find the house in ruins, baby clothes in the pool, and a busted-up photo of him and Chrisean with her face scratched out. When security tried to escort her out, Chrisean screamed, "You think I care about this place? I made you." And now, she's reportedly crashed out mentally, emotionally, and possibly legally. This ain't just a breakup, this is destruction on a whole new level. Stay with us, because the videos, the voice notes, and the neighbor testimonies paint a terrifying picture of a star spiraling out of control. If you've been following the roller coaster that is Chrisean Rock and Blueface, then you already know this explosion didn't happen overnight. Nah, this was a slow burn, baby. One that's been waiting to ignite for months, maybe even years. Let's rewind, because what went down at Blueface's house is just a climax of a long, messy, and toxic saga that's left fans speechless. More than once, it started with love, or something like it. Chrisean and Blueface's relationship burst onto the scene with wild public fights, messy Instagram lives, and on-again, off-again situationships. But despite the chaos, there were moments where Chrisean seemed head over heels. Some fans even called her ride or die. Others called it delusion when she tattooed Blueface's name across her face not once, but 3 times. The internet had one big reaction. "Sis, blink twice if you need help." But Chrisean wasn't blinking. She was doubling down, showing up to shows, screaming at other women, and putting her entire identity in the hands of a man who clearly wasn't claiming her publicly the way she wanted. Meanwhile, Blueface was living his best life, bouncing between Jade and Alexis, multiple side chicks, and still managing to post passive-aggressive shade at Chrisean. Every time they broke up, Chrisean would go live, crying, screaming, praying, and every time they got back together, she'd post a picture with the caption, "They'll never understand our bond." The turning point. Baby JRB. When Chrisean announced she was pregnant with Blueface's child, everything shifted. Suddenly the drama wasn't just about them, it was about a baby, a family, a future. But instead of bringing peace, the pregnancy ignited even more chaos. Blueface denied paternity. Jaden threw shade. Carlissa, Blueface's mama, dragged everybody. Meanwhile, Chrisean posted erratic videos crying in cars, yelling at cameras, and throwing subliminal shots that made fans question her mental state. And then came the birth. Chrisean gave birth to their son live on Instagram, with over 300,000 people watching. Blueface wasn't there. He was posting party clips. Jaden was in a studio booth. Still, Chrisean smiled through it. She named the baby Chrisean JRB and vowed to raise him with or without Blueface. But the spiral didn't stop there. As the months passed, the drama only escalated. Chrisean showed up to Blueface's house unannounced, tried to co-parent despite no custody agreement, and even took over his IG stories one night when he left his phone unattended. One fan even commented, "This girl is fighting for a man who's actively rejecting her in 4K. Things got even messier when footage leaked of Chrisean yelling at Jaden while holding JRB in her arms. The audio was so disturbing. It got flagged for review by CPS. Still no official action. No court order. No custody ruling. Just whispers, screenshots, suspicion, and then came the final straw. Sources close to Blueface say he gave Chrisean one last chance. A chance to be civil. A chance to co-parent. A chance to stay at the house for a few nights and reset. Big mistake. Because what happened next, nobody could have predicted. Neighbors reported screaming heard from down the block, glass shattering, and even an explosive bang that had them calling local authorities thinking it was a domestic dispute. But by the time security arrived, Chrisean was in the middle of the living room, holding a wine bottle like a weapon, surrounded by broken furniture and what looked like shredded baby clothes. The living room wall punched through. The baby monitor smashed. The framed photo of Blueface and JRB ripped in half, and on the floor, scrawled in red lipstick, was the word liar. Witnesses say Chrisean looked like she hadn't slept in days. Her eyes were wild, her speech slurred, her phone recording everything. Security tried to calm her down, but she kept screaming, "He took everything from me, everything." When Blueface walked in and saw the damage, he reportedly said nothing at first, just looked around, pulled out his phone, and started recording her, and in that moment, Chrisean snapped. She lunged at him. Security held her back. She screamed louder than ever before, I made you, and I'll break you too." And just like that, Blueface had her escorted off the property. But she didn't go quietly. As Chrisean was dragged out of Blueface's property, kicking and screaming. The world had no idea the storm that was about to hit social media. Because within minutes, literally minutes, Blueface posted a series of jaw-dropping Instagram stories that would flip the internet upside down. Video 1. A shattered living room. Blueface walks through the wreckage like he's on an episode of Hoarders. Relationship edition. You can hear him whisper, "She really crashed out. Over what? Over who? I don't even sleep here." In the background, a broken crib, torn curtains, and Chrisean's wig lying in the hallway like it had seen a war zone. Fans were stunned. But it wasn't over. Video 2. Blueface turns the camera to his security cam footage. Chrisean is seen pacing in the front yard, barefoot, dragging a suitcase behind her and yelling at herself. She keeps repeating, "I should have been left. I should have been gone." Then she slams the suitcase into the ground, throws her phone, and stares up at the security camera like she knew he was watching. Video 3. A voice note, allegedly Chrisean, sent to Blueface days earlier. Her voice low and shaky. "If you leave me, I swear on everything, I'm taking us both out. You and me? We locked in. Even if it's destruction." The moment that voice note hit, Twitter blew up. Hashtag Chrisean meltdown trended at #2 worldwide. Comments flooded in. "This girl needs help, not fame. Where's CPS in all this? That baby don't deserve this mess. I used to root for her. Now I'm scared for her." Meanwhile, Blueface kept feeding the flames. He captioned one video, "Y'all begged me to take her back. Now look." Another post said, "I'm done protecting people who destroy my peace. Y'all gone see everything now." And then came the first major twist, out of nowhere. Jaden Alexis enters the chat. Jaden posted a picture of herself, sitting in what looked like Blueface's now cleaned kitchen, sipping wine, with the caption, "This house needed some feminine energy. The internet lost IT." Was she already back in the house? Did Blueface kick Chrisean out to let Jaden move back in? And then it got worse. Exclusive leak. Blueface's private group chat screenshots. Pages claiming to have inside access dropped screenshots of Blueface in a group chat labeled Family Affairs, where he tells friends, "Shorty really smashed a baby crib." That's when I knew she was unstable. Cops almost got called, but I ain't want a case on her. Sim, another message. She was going off talking about demons and the baby ain't real. I don't even know who that was. Fans started speculating. Was Chrisean having a full mental breakdown? Was postpartum depression involved? Or was this simply years of pent-up trauma finally exploding in one catastrophic moment? And then came the voicemail. Somehow, a voicemail Chrisean left on Blueface's phone made its way to TikTok. Her voice was cracking, sobbing uncontrollably. I don't want to be without you. I don't know who I am when you leave. I did everything for you. I gave you a son and you still treat me like I'm disposable. I'm sorry about the house. I was mad. I just wanted you to see me, to see what you made me. Fans were torn. Half felt sympathy. The other half called for intervention. One tweet went viral. This ain't funny no more. This is pain wrapped in clout. That girl is broken. And yet, Blueface doubled down. He posted a clip from their ring cam, with Chrisean screaming, at 2 a.m. You don't love me. You love her. You always did. The caption? And this is why I changed the locks. Then another plot twist. An alleged 911 dispatch report leaked. A neighbor in the gated community reportedly called the authorities, stating, a woman is screaming outside with a baby stroller, yelling at the house and throwing objects at the gate. That report included the note. Child was not visibly present. Possible mental disturbance. No arrests made. Parties separated. The fact that Junior wasn't seen during the chaos sent fans into a panic. Where's the baby? She trashed the house, but where was Junior? This isn't just drama. This is dangerous. Enter Carlissa Saffold, Blueface's mother. She jumped online with a live like only she can do. I told y'all, I've been saying that girl ain't right. That's why I begged Blue to get custody of my grandson. Chrisean don't need a man, she needs medication. And I'm not saying that to be funny. Even though Carlissa's own history is messy, people started siding with her, and then boom. The video that changed everything. Blueface posted a clip of his home surveillance camera from the baby's nursery. In it, Chrisean is seen walking into the room, pacing. She stops at JRBE's crib, and for a moment, she just stares. Then she says, barely audible, "You don't even look like me." She turns around and flips over the changing table before storming out of frame. The silence in the room after that? Haunting. Fans were shaken. One user wrote, "That baby deserves better. I've seen enough. Take him away." And this wasn't even the end. As the internet struggled to keep up with the non-stop waves of leaked footage, twisted confessions, and heartbreaking screams, Blueface was quietly making a move that nobody predicted. He filed for emergency custody of Chrisean Jr. The documents didn't just list unsafe living conditions. They accused Chrisean of emotional instability, destruction of property, and endangerment. One line from the petition leaked. The mother of my child is no longer mentally or emotionally fit to care for our son. This is not about spite. This is about protection. And then, everything took an even darker turn. Carlissa goes live again, but this time, she's crying. Not screaming, not ranting. Crying. I didn't want this. I ain't trying to destroy no girl. But y'all need to know what Blueface won't say. I saw the paperwork. Chrisean ain't just spiraling, she's being evaluated. Y'all think this is entertainment? It's not. That girl was 515 OED in secret last year, weighed WH80. A 5,150 psychiatric hold. Nobody saw that coming. But before fans could even digest that bombshell, a medical folder photo started going viral, labeled Chrisean Rock, mental health assessment. No one knows if it's real, but what it claimed was enough to send chills. Patient exhibits signs of paranoid delusions, unstable affect, violent outbursts, depressive episodes. Recommends long-term monitoring and psychiatric therapy. Fans were shocked. Tweets started flying. She was held on a psych watch and they let her walk around with a baby and 10 meters followers. Why didn't anyone help her? VH1? Zeus? Blueface? But the drama didn't stop at mental health. It was just heating up. A leak from inside Blueface's legal team hit YouTube. An anonymous source revealed that Blueface's petition also included screenshots of DMs between Chrisean and a mysterious man someone fans are now calling the pastor. Yap. Apparently, Chrisean had been messaging a self-proclaimed spiritual healer who was feeding her ideas like, "Your baby's energy is cursed. Blueface must suffer to restore balance. Destruction is purification." And in one of the leaked messages, Chrisean wrote, "He won't listen. He won't love me. I have to make him feel it." Fans were horrified. And then Chrisean broke her silence. She hopped on Instagram Live, face swollen from crying, baby in her arms, holding up a cross chain. "You'll try to paint me like I'm crazy, but you never loved someone who made you lose yourself. I broke stuff, yeah. I said stuff. But who gon' say what he did to me? He cheated, lied, spit on my name. And now he want my son too? I'm not crazy, I'm hurt." The comments flooded in, some showing love, many showing fear. "You need help, sis. This ain't about Blue no more. Your baby needs you to be whole, not broken and angry. You cried through that whole live. I feel your pain." Then she dropped a voicemail she had saved from Blueface, where he says, "You wasn't supposed to keep that baby. I told you what it was. Now you want love? Nah. I gave you fame. That's what you wanted." That changed the narrative again. People started blaming Blueface all over again. Was he the villain in all of this? And yet Blueface clapped back with receipts. He posted a video of Chrisean driving while crying, Junior in the back seat, yelling, "Y'all want me gone? I'll be gone then." He captioned it, "This why I'm fighting for custody. This ain't no game to me." Then, a new shocking video surfaced, a neighbor's Ring camera footage. In it, Chrisean is seen standing outside at night, talking to herself, pacing, then kneeling in the middle of the driveway praying out loud, "God take me before I hurt someone. I don't want to be evil, but they push me." Comments flew in. "She's losing it. Please someone step in. This is beyond drama now. This is a mental health emergency. Stop filming her. Start helping her." But even then, there was another twist. Jaden Alexis posted a picture of her and Blueface in the house the day after the destruction, laughing in the kitchen, holding Junior. The caption, "Some people crash out, others step up." The internet fell apart. Fans accused Jaden of taunting Chrisean during a mental health spiral. Others applauded her for being stable and stepping up for the baby. It created an entire war across social media. And then came the photo that left everyone speechless. A grainy photo from what looks like a hospital. Chrisean sitting in a gown, staring at the wall, hands shaking, visibly broken. And no caption, just heartbreak. The moment the hospital photo of Chrisean went viral, everything changed. What had started as a messy breakup spiraling into vandalism and leaked custody battles suddenly became a cultural flashpoint, and the industry could no longer ignore it. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, they were all on fire. Pray for Chrisean, hashtag protect Chrisean Jr., hashtag cancel Blueface, hashtag Shammy and Zeus. These hashtags started trending simultaneously, and the comments under every post grew more emotional by the hour. Even the loudest bloggers who once thrived off Chrisean and Blueface's mess started changing their tone. Tasha K posted a 2-minute apology video. "I made jokes about this girl. I called her crazy, but now I see it was a cry for help. What's happening with Chrisean is not entertainment anymore. It's a tragedy in real time, Nicki Minaj tweeted. Mental health and a punchline. Y'all keep reposting her breakdown like it's tea. That girl needs help, not followers." Cardi B, in true Cardi fashion, went live. "Y'all wild. First y'all hyped her up to be the toxic queen. Now y'all watching her drown and laughing? I don't mess with that. Get her help. Don't exploit her pain." But not everyone was on Chrisean's side. Charlamagne tha God on The Breakfast Club said, "We gotta stop coddling people who refuse help. Chrisean had a team. She had chances. That baby didn't ask to be here. Blueface ain't no saint, but she's unfit right now, period." And then came the blow nobody saw coming. Zeus Network released a vague statement, trying to deflect blame. "We've always supported our talent, and we encourage mental health support on and off the screen. The internet destroyed them. Thousands of fans flooded their comments. You built an empire off this girl's trauma. You filmed her crying and fighting pregnant for views. You knew she was unstable and kept the cameras rolling. Even Megan Good reposted one clip writing, "At some point, producers become predators. This ain't it." Then a chilling clip from a recent Zeus reunion episode went viral, a clip where Chrisean says, "Y'all love it when I'm loud and fighting, but if I was calm and healing, y'all would cancel me." That hit everyone in the gut. Meanwhile, the debate around Blueface raged. Is he a manipulator who destroyed her self-worth? Or is he a father trying to protect his son from a toxic environment? Joe Budden podcast chimed in, "This whole situation is a war zone. Blueface weaponized the camera. She weaponized emotion. And now a baby's caught in the middle." But then something even more shocking happened. Dr. Mar Johnson went live claiming, "This isn't just celebrity gossip. This is an example of how Black trauma is monetized by networks and media. And the Black family pays the price. We failed Chrisean. We failed Blueface. We failed JRB." Viewers in the comments were tearing up. And then, a GoFundMe was launched for Chrisean to receive private mental health treatment and remove herself from the public eye. Within hours, it hit $150,000. One top donor wrote, "I don't know her, but I see myself in her. A young mom broken by love, mocked for her pain. Get well, girl." At the same time, another twist was brewing. Blueface and Jaden were now under fire too for allegedly staging their happy family kitchen photo. A fan claimed to work at the same development and posted, "Y'all, I live in that neighborhood. That picture was taken weeks ago. Jaden ain't even in the city right now." Suddenly, people accused Blueface of gaslighting the public. More chaos, more confusion. Then finally, the National Alliance on Mental Illness NAMI issued a public letter. "We are deeply disturbed by the recent media exploitation of a young woman in visible distress. We urge networks and platforms to prioritize ethical storytelling and provide proper care to the individuals involved." Fans took screenshots. Celebrities reposted it. Even Chance the Rapper, who rarely comments on drama, posted, "Imagine breaking in public while the world eats popcorn. Ain't no reality in reality TV." The moment of reckoning had come. Everyone involved, Blueface, Chrisean, Jaden, Zeus, was under the microscope, and the public demand for accountability was louder than ever. But just when it seemed like the storm was finally shifting toward healing and reflection, just when fans thought the emotional roller coaster was finally slowing down, boom! Another bomb dropped, and this time, it wasn't from Instagram, Twitter, or even Zeus. It came straight from the LAPD archives. A police body cam video, time-stamped just hours after the alleged house trashing leaked online. And what it showed? It changed everything. In the shaky footage, officers enter the property through a back door that's already hanging off its hinges. A TV lies face down on the ground, the screen cracked and flickering. The camera pans over smeared baby food, broken perfume bottles, a ripped-up Chanel bag, and then the officer says, "Is the child safe?" But then, the voice of a toddler, very faint but chilling, "Mama." No. Viewers went still. The officers moved toward the hallway, and that's when they find Chrisean sitting against the wall, head in her hands, makeup smeared, sobbing uncontrollably. "I didn't mean to. I swear. He said he loved me." She wasn't violent. She wasn't raging. She was crushed, shattered to the core. And then one officer who seemed to recognize her asked, "Ma'am, do you want medical assistance or someone to talk to?" Chrisean didn't answer. She just stared into space and whispered, "It's over." The body cam ends there. But the internet, it erupted again. People who had spent days bashing her suddenly flipped. A new narrative began. She's not a monster, she's broken. This is PTSD. This is grief. This is trauma played out in public. Zeus should have never let it get this far. Where were her friends? Her team? Her family? Even verified celebrities began posting black and white profile pics in support of Chrisean, a new movement. #silence for Chrisean. But the story wasn't done twisting yet, because just as the sympathy started flooding in, a confidential audio clip surfaced, and in it, a male voice sounding very much like Blueface can be heard laughing with someone on the phone. Told y'all she'd snap. All I had to do was poke the bear. Cameras were rolling the whole time too. The internet froze. People started questioning everything. Was it all a setup? Was Blueface pushing her buttons just to go viral? Was he documenting her downfall for clout? Dr. Dre's Prod G Dem Joints even posted, "This the most disturbing hip-hop story I've ever seen unfold. Somebody better stop this before someone ends up dead." And as this new audio clip made its rounds, TMZ dropped the final nail. A leaked document from CPS, not confirmed, but allegedly real, stating that an emergency wellness check had been ordered for Chrisean. JRB, after an anonymous tip claimed he had been left alone during the meltdown. If proven true, Chrisean could lose custody, and the father, who many believe manipulated this entire situation, might end up with full legal control. One fan tweeted, "This ain't just about Blueface and Chrisean anymore. This is about a baby caught in a battle that's being filmed, monetized, and glorified. So what happens next? Will Chrisean be arrested? Will Blueface lose support? Will CPS step in officially? Will Zeus ever face consequences? And most importantly, what happens to Junior? We don't know. But what we do know is that the next chapter is coming fast, and it might be the darkest one yet. And now, here we are. A destroyed house, a broken woman, a baby in the middle of it all, and the world watching like it's entertainment. But this ain't a movie. This is real life, real damage, real scars. And you've been watching every twist, every leak, every live stream, trying to make sense of a situation that keeps getting darker by the day. So let's talk. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Was Chrisean set up? Did Blueface push her to the edge just for views? Should Zeus Network be held accountable for exploiting this? Hit that like button if you believe Chrisean needs real help, not more humiliation. Share this with someone who thinks this is just celebrity drama, because it's so much deeper than that. And most importantly, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we're not done. There are rumors that Chrisean's family is planning an intervention. There's talk of a restraining order being filed, and insiders say a secret therapist video diary may have been leaked. We're digging into all of it, and we're bringing you every exclusive before it hits the blogs, because the truth, this story is far from over. So stick around, because the next time we speak, we may be witnessing the redemption arc, or the final fall of Chrisean Rock. See you in the next one. Stay locked in, stay loud, stay real.